Top 10 things that you definitely need to know before coming to Raleigh, North Carolina. Coming from someone that has relocated from California and has been running this real estate company here, the Prosperous Agency, since 2012. We've helped hundreds of people come to Raleigh, invest in Raleigh, buy homes and townhomes for their kids if they're going to college here. And I wanna tell you that nobody has ever regretted coming to Raleigh, North Carolina, and everybody is staying put and they don't wanna move anywhere else. So number 6 on my list, by the way, please watch the first video if you want or if you're interested. But today we are at number 6, and this is called, or I should call it, how much more can you get for that $450,000 to $500,000 here in Raleigh? Now, this is the secret sauce that I'm going to just pour there for you. You cannot get brand new construction in Cary or in Apex, Holly Springs, these hot areas with hot schools at $450,000. You can get a townhome, but not a single family home with a big yard. And this is where people go, oh, really? Yes, really. So if you want to buy 350, 400, 450, you are most probably going to get something like a new construction, a new build, right? In the top areas, like I said, it's even going to be $500,000-$600,000 for a townhome, especially like 27519, 27502 in Apex. So we've got to talk about what you want, and we've got to talk about where that $450,000, $500,000 is going to go for you. However, you do have options for single family homes outside of these areas. You can go to Sanford, you can go to Wendell, you can go to Garner, you can go to Wake Forest, Roseville. I mean, there's plenty of suburbs within 30 minutes drive or so to RDU, to Raleigh, wherever your job might take you. So this is what I want to just say to conclude this number 6 on my list. Your money definitely gets you further than in Miami or New Jersey or Los Angeles, and your taxes, your real estate taxes, are going to be significantly lower. So let's just say $5,000, $4,500 or so per year, which is significantly lower than anyone that we've ever helped coming here from New Jersey has ever paid, right? So think about how you can use that money and then you can save more and then travel the world. Number 7, schools. Wake County has one of the most respected public school systems in the Southeast, and the triangle is anchored by 3 Tier 1 research universities. We have NC State, we have Duke, and UNC Chapel Hill. Now, over half of Durham and Raleigh adults hold a bachelor's degree. This is definitely higher than Austin. So if you've got kids or you just want to be around a highly educated community, this is a huge part of why people come to Raleigh. Again, this is not a sales pitch, but is a reality that we as parents appreciate, and it's very, very hard to not take in consideration. And also, it is the one part that determines how hot this real estate market is here, how we still have multiple offers, and how the real estate market is not tanking like other cities. Number 8, Raleigh is really a dozen towns. So this is what trips almost everyone, and it took me a while to understand how to present this. When people say Raleigh, they mean the whole triangle, right? So we're talking about Cary, Apex, Holly Springs, Morrisville, Wake Forest, Durham, Chapel Hill, and each has a completely different feel, price point, and also school zones. Apex and Cary attract a lot of families. Durham attracts a lot of younger downtown energy. So picking the town matters more than picking the city, right? This is the mistake that we see people make often. They think about Raleigh, but then Raleigh and everything that you see here is very different. Coming from California, I understand why you might be like, no, I don't want to go to Apex, or I don't want to go to Holly Springs. But you also have to understand that they're so close together. So unless you work very far up north and you don't want to go down south in Fuquay Arena, let's say, it really makes sense for you to check everything when it comes to real estate. And then once you come here, or once you really determine that maybe that commute is definitely too far, you can start eliminating from the cities. But in the beginning of your real estate search, I would strongly recommend that you look at Raleigh as a whole, and we look at all of the towns and determine what's important and not as important for you and your family. Number 9, so you will see new construction is everywhere, right? So new construction communities are going up everywhere, out there, and they are absolutely gorgeous. But builder contracts are not your friends by default, and they're written to protect the builder. So the upgrades, the lot premiums, the timelines, the inspections that you should definitely get, even if they have their own inspections, you need to have someone represent you at that table, not the builder's sales agent. They're amazing, but they're still being paid the same amount that a buyer's agent would be paid and still represent the builder. So you need someone on your side, and keep in mind, we have not had any buyers pay us in all these years since 2012. Since we've been serving the area, builders are paying our commission. So your buyer agent is not someone that you have to worry about paying, and you need to understand what you're signing, how much money you have to put down, what's going to be your total cost at that closing table, and how to negotiate on those repairs, because most people have absolutely no clue what negotiating even means and don't think about what's gonna come after they go under contract, right? They just are excited, they're going to the new construction site, they're looking at the model homes, they fell in love, and then the reality kicks in. And number 10, the best homes in the best locations with the best schools might never hit the market. You will be surprised at how many homes are either listed and they go very fast with multiple offers, and I've talked about this before, or you will be surprised to know how many off markets are being sold to builders, to investors. So you've got to be ahead of the game. You've got to be strategic. If you have a specific zip code in mind, if you want a specific school and you know you'll be moving here in a year or so, you can just connect with us here at the Prosperous Agency and say, hey, I really want to be in that area, I want to be close to my work, and I want those specific schools. So we can help you find an off-market property where you're not going to have multiple offers, you're not going to have the competition, because keep in mind, North Carolina is a buyer beware state, which means that in a multiple offer situation, you're going to have to offer due diligence funds, earnest money funds as well, potentially, and that money, the due diligence money, goes directly to the seller after you go under contract. And if you want to walk away before closing for any or no reason, you have very high chances of losing that due diligence amount. So that being said, multiple offers are still very present here. We're just closing on one right now. We listed the home. We've got a pretty significant amount above. I cannot tell you that yet because we're just closing in a few days, but I can tell you the zip code 27519. I can tell you that it's some of the best schools, Davis Drive, Green Hope, walking to Greenways, walking to shops, to H Mart. So it's such a hot area that we had to stop showings, and this was just a couple of months ago. And also the buyers accepted for my client to stay in the home for all these months until her house is finished, as in the new construction that she's buying in South Carolina. So she had to relocate with the job, but we prepared the home, staged the home, listed it exactly where it had to be listed, and she sold just like that. So if you are the buyer that would want to buy this property, you sure can, but think about the due diligence fee. But then even better, connect with us and we can find you a home that has not hit the market yet. So that's about it. Hopefully this video and my previous video, the first video that I've done with top 10 things that you need to know before coming to Raleigh, is important. It is going to contribute to how you look at Raleigh and the real estate market here. With any questions, we have all of our information all over the internet. We have 5 stars, again, on Google, on all of the social media or wherever, all of the reviews from the people that have been purchasing and selling with us here. And we would love to help you and your family as well. Thanks so much for being here and have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to subscribe and comment.